Greetings, world, and all who inhabit it. My name's Riderborne, and welcome back to Let's Play Stories, The Path of Destinies. When last we left, we had completed another story.
The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas.
And we're starting over.
It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Skyripper had surfaced. Reynardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Reynardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Reynardo really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Alright, so yeah, this is what happened last time, and the Iblis Stone fooled him into thinking he was killing ravens when he was really killing everyone. His friends, ravens, it didn't matter. Corrupted him to the end. So we're not going to do that again this time. So this time we are going to go back to the Lapino route, and make a few different choices. I'm probably going to skip through a lot of the earlier stuff since we've already seen that, so we'll see how this goes. So, even though Lapino wasn't what anyone would consider a game changer, he could come up with some harebrained schemes. Maybe rescuing him was worth it.
Ah, Lapino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. Lapino's frantic message said that the Ravens were going to kill him for being a rebel spy. And that he had a clever plan. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse. Or so Lapino had told him over the far speaker anyway.
Let's go.
Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
Is it just me, or do I have a higher frame rate than usual? Oh well, I don't care. I love it. Get that guy. And you. Stab you. Oh! Nice try there. Maybe it's just this particular area. I'm gonna get that guy. Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting better at this. Just watch me die in a few seconds. Alright, stay focused, John. Stay focused, Riderborne. Stay focused, me. You can do this! You can do this! And he's dead.
The Ravens had taken the town. Reynardo had seen villages emptied like this. All the people taken away to be sacrificed in the Emperor's secret rituals. Reynardo hoped the people were just hiding.
Secret rituals, that doesn't sound good.
Reynardo thought of the Iblis stone and shivered. He had no business messing with ancient, cruel artifacts. What he needed was his friends around him. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
I love how it, remembers previous stories that you did. But I think that's part of the big metagame that's going on here. And I think I'm figuring out why it's called The Path of Destinies. You are literally trying to find the Path of Destinies, the ultimate path, like the best path to truly win this game. All of these little stories are part of the much bigger story, I'm sure, that's going to unfold. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that eyeball to turn all the way around. Speaking of which, where is he? Gosh, this level is ah! Okay, wow. I did not see those guys.
I thought.
Whoops. Okay, let's try that again. I did not see those guys. Came out of nowhere. As I was saying, this level is really big. Okay, ooh, a chest. Open it! Alright, there you go. More blocks and stuff. You can't open a chest by slicing it. Well, I suppose you could, but then you break it. And possibly the contents inside. Is this where I was? Okay, yeah. Be very careful. I see that. Okay, let's go here. And die.
These things really slice like ham.
Let's see. Hey! I clicked!
Of all the artisans he was creating employment for, truly, he was a job creator.
Alright, open. Fire door. Go! Go! To the big chest. Ah, sweet.
This chest smelled kind of funky. He hoped he didn't get it in his clothes.
I do too. Define funky, because funky can mean several different types of things. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, well, how about that? Oh, yes. Skill point. What does this do? Dash through enemies. Target an enemy with dash to move through him and cause damage. Does not work on shield-wielding enemies. Cool.
Nice. That could be useful.
It could be, I'm sure. How do I activate it? It didn't tell me. Or it said dash. How do I dash? Have I forgotten how to dash? I feel like there's several controls I've forgotten about in this game. Can't go that way. Alright, I've actually forgotten what... Ooh! Oh, I can jump down. I'm guessing that continues. So, let's go down here. I don't remember this. Was this in this level originally? Or is it different now? Or is this like a secret area? This place is pretty. Kind of reminds me of Dungeon Siege. Or, well, any other top-down isometric RPG. Yeah, it's very pretty. Oh boy, here we go. Ow. Don't hesitate. There we go.
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lapino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lapino. Well, unless he really was a traitor, obviously. Then they'd probably pin a medal on his chest.
Ow! Thought you were dead. Okay. I think I'm getting close to Lapino. There he is. Interact.
Dirty and bloody, Reynardo finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Reynardo recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The Ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, see, this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer and, oh, his only daughter. That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Skyripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
Interesting. So, let's go ahead and get the Skyripper, see what happens if we go there with Lapino. The Eye of the Lost God must hold great power. Reynardo and Lapino were back together, but Reynardo still needed a game changer to save the rebellion. Even though Reynardo could no longer get the Skyripper's armature, its core was still within reach. Maybe he could still harness its power with Lapino's help.
To make the Skyripper, The transcendent Emperor had wrapped an armature around the eye of a god. Reynardo had already let that armature slip away to save Lapino's life. But even its core, the eye torn from a god, surely they could fashion a great weapon from that.
The core of the Skyripper? Lapino's excited. That's an actual thing that we could just go and get. You've been busy.
He sure had. Reynardo told him all the things he'd been up to. Soon they got to talking about old times, about wages they'd won and lost, and scrapes they'd barely got out of. It was good to be back with his friend. True, the core was capable of terrible, uncontrollable destruction. But this time, he was sure it would work great.
It'll work. We got this. We got this. There's no way the same thing could happen twice, right? Right?
It's beautiful here, thought Reynardo. It was nice to be back with his old war buddy. All right. Lapino was a traitor. But still, it was good company.
It's really cool. Now I'm really starting to see, like, the effects of previous runs. Even though I'm technically on a new path now that I haven't done yet.
This one contained nothing but unmatched gloves. And something more useful.
Yeah, the ore. There's quite a lot of ore in that. Right, I recognize this place, so I'll try and get through here as quickly as possible. I do also kind of want to, like, get stuff to level up as well. I don't want to rush. I also have to take too long either.
There was a pleasant breeze coming through that door. Had it been closed before?
Ah, I can finally make this. Sweet. Yes! Void Blade. Current level, level 1. Increased movement and attack speed. Costs energy. Nice. Nice sword. Let's go. Dear Zenobia, the director of the Academy has told me how much he was impressed by our academic performance and leadership. Somehow, I doubt this was a session of bootlicking. I have seen plenty of those. That old toad is sincere. I'm proud of you, my daughter. You will make a fine empress one day. On my end, great news. Professor Calaveras has been studying the Nexus, and he has made a bold observation. That toad is a true genius. You know how that island is unique, constantly changing, new crystalline formations appearing, island fragments merging, splitting, slowly drifting, held together by some invisible threads. Professor Calaveras is convinced those changes are not random, but rather indicative of the living nature of the islands. He has observed that certain changes on the Nexus follow, or sometimes precede, turbulence on another island. Landslide, quake, flood, the Nexus seems to resonate with those events, and also disappearing land masses too. Maybe the next islands are a hive mind and the Nexus is the brain. In any case, I am funding a permanent scientific observatory on the Nexus. It will attract the Empire's greatest minds, with Professor Calaveras at the helm. I anticipate a great age of enlightenment for the Empire. With love, Father. Interesting. Cool. So was that like the Emperor, like the Toad Emperor sending that letter? I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, I want to... Ow! Well, I didn't...
I'm sorry. Was that your shield?
There we go. Ah! That is faster. Somewhat. Okay. This area seems new. I went down the well last time, but I think... Is this just an offshoot? A really long offshoot? Found a gem. Critical chance level 3, which I haven't looked yet. Huh, maybe this is a different path on this particular level. My shield. Die. And die. There we go. Combat report. Much goodness. So go this way. Oh, break. Break. Things are getting somewhat more ominous.
Sometimes, Reynardo really hated inanimate objects.
Yes, I really, really hate those crystalline forms. Just jutting up. Showing off.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
Yeah, I remember that line, but that was in a different area. Interesting.
How could you convince a firewall you're its friend?
Wait, are you talking about like a software firewall? Or like a literal firewall? In this case, probably a literal firewall. Okay, so this is different. I can either go that way or up there. But if I go one or the other, I will die. I did not want to do that. I was trying to see if I could... Ah, okay. Shoot. But now I can go.
Hey, why don't you guys fight in groups? Oh, I know. Because there's no I in team.
Aha. 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 Next. So there's another path that goes that way. I'm a little bit beat up. No! Die. Die.
For a moment,
And stay dead.
I wish that somebody had been watching.
I'm watching, and you all are watching too. But of course, he doesn't know that. Or does he? Alright. Energy on a kill. Cool. That seems pretty neat. Okay, I have a feeling this area is just an offshoot. Then the well was a different location then. But I think they all lead to the same area ultimately.
Reynardo felt wrong all over. He could feel an almost palpable sickness in the air. And if the land could have tumors, they would look like these monstrous crystals. The forest was quieter than it had been. There were insects, but few birds. You didn't count the ravens. Reynardo smelled sick animals, dying ones. No help. Getting a bad feeling about this.
What? I
Lapino
clicked in
was
that
right.
direction.
Maybe they should have kidnapped Zenobia instead of coming here.
No, we can do this. I'm not giving up.
He wished there were more pylons he could use the hook on. Really needed to construct additional pylons.
Wow, that was a really subtle reference right there. Good job. Actually, that was pretty funny. Oh, this game's not afraid to make references. I like that. Alright. Let's see what we got in here. More pink blocks and a shield breaker. There wouldn't happen to be a limit breaker around here, would there be? I've never played Final Fantasy, by the way. I only know that because of Super Smash Bros. Which is really sad. It's one of the big series I really have not gotten into. Maybe one day. Play like Final Fantasy 6 or 7. Okay, wait. I've already been this way. Wait, what's this way then? It says I can go back. Oh, okay, so this is the way I was supposed to come, and it kind of like teleported me here. Which was really nice of it. That's nice level design. Let me go around! I can definitely tell this game was designed for a controller. But I'm getting used to the mouse, and I don't feel like learning a new control scheme right now. So, this will do. I just have to pay attention to where my mouse cursor is. But that requires effort! I don't want to do that! Well, I have no choice. Here we go. Let's go. Oh, it's this place again.
The thing about puzzles was, once you solved one, you knew how to solve it again. puzzles had no, what was the word? Replayability? Reynardo wondered if you could design a puzzle that would be different every time you played with it. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be fun. Pretty sure that already exists in some form. Oh, this again. Alright. Let's see if I can get through here without dying, or taking damage this time.
Reynardo
Ah,
really
did it!
didn't
That's what
want
I was
to become
supposed to do.
shawarma. Or shishta oak, for that matter.
True Sword Fu. Attack enemies at any distance. Auto-activates when reaching a certain combo threshold. Now, what does this one do? Slow down time after a successful attack until your next action. Tactical mode of combat, like a true master. Impale your enemy on your sword when you grab him to cause damage. Ooh, that's cool. I kind of like that, actually. Increase maximum health, increase maximum stamina. I may do that. I want to do this one, though. Grab damage. Let's do it.
He'd always wanted to do that.
Swell. Okay, let's go. We're getting close. Oh, they're in my way. Okay, get faster. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. I have my special... Whoa, whoa! My special abilities I really should use. Like the one that allows me to heal up mid-combat. Okay, get rid of it. Ouch. Oh! Aha, nice try! Of course, I'm out of energy now, but, yeah. Here you go. I'm nearly at full health now, thanks to that.
As he held the radiant icosahedron, Reynardo felt queasy, like dozens of tiny worms were nibbling his insides. It wasn't healthy to be so close to the eye of a god. How could he use it? He could take it to the observatory. The scientists there could tell him how to harness its ancient power. But honestly, Reynardo ached to get away from it. He brought the core back with him to the Farfarer. But honestly, Reynardo ached to be rid of it.
You just
Tell
said
you
that.
what, said Lapino. I'll take it to the observatory. You attack the Imperial outpost. The Imperial outpost was a vital communications node. Taking it could shatter the Empire's ability to coordinate. And it would be full of secret plans and maps and maybe even rebel prisoners. It was a good target for a hero like Reynardo. But what if Lapino lost the core to the Empire? That could be a good thing, couldn't it? Was Reynardo ready to take that risk? Maybe it was better if he brought the core to the scientists himself.
So, I have a feeling Lapino is going to betray me because I know he's a traitor if I just decide to go to the outpost. But I don't really want to do this one again. I've done that one 3 times in a row. And honestly, I don't think I've ever been to the Imperial outpost. So... But at the same time, I kind of want to know what I can do with this core. I really should attack this Imperial outpost at some point. But I know that Lapino's a traitor. You know, I'm going to do this one again, but I'm going to go through it as fast as I can. So, let's do this. No, the core was far too important to entrust to Lapino. The core of the Skyripper. Even without the armature, there had to be a way to tap its power. The scientists at the Nexus would certainly know how to do that. Could Reynardo really rely on Lapino to bring to the observatory? No, it was too risky. He would have to carry the core himself, even if doing so would expose him to its unhealthy aura. Yeah, that would probably, like, affect Lapino as well. So... yeah.
Lapino was a touchy rabbit. Reynardo knew that. You're brave, I know, Reynardo said. But this is what I was hired to do.
Oh, well, at least let me run ahead and warn them you're coming.
Reynardo wondered if Lapino was up to no good.
That's exactly what I'm wondering.
What if the rabbit warned the Empire instead? Oh, but Lapino wouldn't betray him like that. Not again. Before it'd been a fluke, right?
Yeah, I don't think
He
so.
finished the trip to the Nexus in silence. He would offer Lapino a chance to betray him, or not to.
His old friend deserved another chance to prove true.
All right, Reynardo said. Go.
As Reynardo watched Lapino vanish on the horizon, he could feel nausea building in him. He felt ill. Could his knees really be aching this much? But how could he have handed the core off to Lapino? That was a recipe for disaster.
So I'm wondering, since, like, Reynardo's acting like he's not sure if he's a traitor or not. I thought that was like a confirmed truth that we uncovered.
Or I could go that way, he thought.
Like, I'm wondering if maybe there's a way we can, like, confirm the truths or disprove it. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, this area is pretty much identical, so not missing much, skipping past it. I just realized I'm taking damage from the core constantly, which means I need to stay healed up. And I also should also
Reynardo felt worse. All his joints were aching now. He'd been through beatings that felt better than this. So the core had a kind of poison that could harm you without even touching you. That's new. Well, it had power. The rebellion needed something with power. And how was this any worse than a sword wound? Well, a death by sword was sudden and fair. This was just squalid. A piecemeal death, like old age.
maybe it's radioactive, I don't know. Get on it. Go.
There were stickers all over the platform for really hot lady foxes, with pictures, addresses, and everything.
I'm sorry, what game is this? Ow. What is this rated again? Reynardo, you alright? Poison's having a worse effect on him than I thought. Uh-oh.
The observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists everywhere. Reynardo found the mad rabbit cowering under a desk. The ravens, they must have known we were coming, said Lapino.
Lapino?
How did you... Well, see, I was doing a card trick with my lucky deck, and I kind of bobbled the cards, so I went under the desk to gather them up, and boom! I guess we'll have to take the car straight to the secret base.
Reynardo wasn't sure he believed that, but Lapino was talking so fast. He always seemed to make sense.
The secret rebel base. Yes. They had engineers there. But wait. Calaveras, the sage in the mountains. Maybe he would know what to do with the naked core.
Yeah, I had a feeling Lapino was going to do that. So it looks like he definitely is still a traitor. So should I go to the base or to the High Sage? I kind of want to go to the Sage again since I went here last time. So I'm going to do that. To the High Sage. The scientists on the Nexus were all dead, and with them gone, so was the plan to turn the core into a superweapon. But there was one more scientist. Calaveras was the expert of the Skyripper. But did he have the necessary equipment alone out there in the mountains? Well, let's find out.
The core was killing him. He needed help. The sage, Calaveras, had given him the maps to find the armature and the core. If anyone knew the true name of the Transcendent Emperor, if anyone knew how to assemble the Skyripper, Calaveras did. If anyone could heal Reynardo and render the core safe, at least to its bearer, surely it was he.
The base of the mountain was the only safe place for a landing. He would have to continue on foot, muscles aching.
Calaveras was a scholar, not a doctor.
Low health.
Could he really save Reynardo from the poison radiating from the lost god's eye he was so recklessly carrying?
Could he? I don't know, let's find out. So, shield breaker. Your hits cause shield ones to drop their shields. I kind of like that, but honestly, I'm pretty good at disarming their shields anyway, so Killing enemies gives you 4% sword energy back. I do like the idea of that, honestly, actually. So I like my attack speed, physical resistance, elemental resistance. I might replace this with this, honestly, because I like my physical resistance. I'm not getting rid of my attack speed. Actually, I'm going to replace my physical resistance. Well, whoops. Because that has less resistance. It's level 1 and this is level 3, so... yeah. Okay. Hurry. It's killing me fast. Will I be able to even make it in time? Oh, whoa! I did it again! I clicked out of the game! There we go. Get out! Ow!
Alas, they had to bury him in a bucket. Actually, several buckets.
Let's try that again, and avoid those guys. Okay, so apparently stabbing those guys doesn't work.
Not a fun way to die. Yeah. Even if he survived. No one would write ballads about the fox whose knees ached forever, would they? Not unless he paid for it. And he hated paying for publicity.
When does Reynardo care?
It wasn't his fault. They looked so breakable.
Yeah, they do. Definitely looks like an offshoot. Fascinating place. Wonder if there's a bigger origin to all of these islands.
He felt like Tarzan.
Well, apparently they knew who Tarzan is as well. For this being a strange animal fantasy world, they seem to know a lot of modern human references. Yeah, the increased attack speed is quite lovely. Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted.
Imagine if you built a house on one of these things. It would be amazing. It would be like having a boat. It was chilling walking through the living mountains. There was always noise up ahead. Insects, birds, the croak and flutter of ravens arranging ambushes. But close by, there was only the breeze and the trickle of melting snow, as if every living thing was holding its breath for his poisonous burden to move on.
Oh, nice try. That was a close one. Stay dead. Oh, mine.
Ravens didn't smell any better dead, Reynardo thought.
Oh, that's the dash. Okay, there we go. I was trying to remember how to dash. It's control on a keyboard. On a controller, it's probably something different. Oh, oh, oh! Mine. Okay. We're going to stay dead. Whoa, whoa! Heal, 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 heal up everything. Okay, give me that shield. I said give me the shield. Okay. Wouldn't let me take the shield for some reason. Maybe I'm too close. Maybe I need to be a certain distance. Or it won't work if I'm too close. Almost there. Well, okay, they both came at me at the same time. How was I supposed to? Dodge that. Dodge this.
Bring more birds.
They're still attacking me. That was weird. It went out of combat camera, but I was still in combat. Unless it's supposed to do that. Wait, where am I? Is this after it? Huh. Weird. Yeah, that might have been a bug, actually. I could have survived that. I was just distracted. Distracted. We're almost there. Well, I'm almost there. Is Lapino with me? I think he is. Yeah. Get it. Ice. 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 Almost there. More of it. I hate this ice. I hate it so much. Anything it's ever do to me? I don't know. It's just there in my way. It's cold. I saw an ice door over there. I can't go over there though. No, don't bring it back up.
What was the point of this gate?
Actually.
Did they think no one would notice the lever?
No point but gameplay purpose, I guess. Or not. Maybe it does have a point. Maybe it's...
Calaveras was a renowned scientist before he was forced into exile. Now, he was practically the last scientist. And he was Reynardo's last hope.
Break it! So it doesn't always work. When it does, it works beautifully. Alright, we are here. There he is. Hello there, Mr. Toad. Or, not Toad, sorry. Owl.
The core! Splendid! Croaked Calaveras. Where's the armature?
Right, I was kind of hoping you wouldn't need it.
No, I don't. It's just a professional interest. We've got much better prismatics than the old TE ever did.
So Calaveras was an arcane engineer. He fussed at the core all day. He wrapped it with silver chains, and in front of it, he placed a huge, round ruby, so that it looked like a monstrous, floating eye. So, what is it?
Yeah, I call it the oculum. It's my very first death ray.
And it won't poison me?
Oh, no. It's completely safe now.
Anything I should watch out for?
Yeah, try to avoid pointing at any mirrors.
As he loaded the oculum onto the Farfarer, Reynardo was a little concerned about Calaveras. People who were utterly sure of themselves, he had found, were either experts or horribly wrong. Or both. But Reynardo only needed to fire the oculum once. He only needed to destroy one ship, the Emperor's ship, and the war was over. Reynardo plunged into the Imperial fleet. He felt the oculum humming. He no longer felt sick. This was going to be fun. Or at least, it was going to be over.
Something bad's gonna happen, I'm sure. Something that no one is expecting. Alright, here we go again.
Reynardo resisted the temptation to fire the oculum until the time came. He could sense its arcane energies yearning to escape the sage's wrappings. But it wasn't eating him alive. So that was a plus. He felt good about himself. He'd saved a friend, he'd helped the rebels, he'd relied on himself, but he'd listened to others. He felt like the right sort of hero.
Wise, yet decisive. Calaveras had been so sure it would work. Maybe he could fire it just a few times. No harm in that, right?
Uh-oh.
But only when he absolutely needed to.
Be careful.
What's behind door number 2?
There was only one door there, but sure, let's find out what's behind here. I've never been here, actually. This is different. This is very different. Why is it snowy? Yeah. They're building it up like this is gonna be a good ending. Something's gonna go terribly bad that Calaveras did not anticipate. Unless, I don't know, maybe this is like the actual good ending. That can't be, though. No, there's no way this is it. They would not have 24 endings. They had this for a reason, unless they just... This is just randomly the good one that they snuck in. I don't know. We'll see. Was that it? Was that really it? I gotta go all the way back now. Huh. Okay, then. Where do I go? Where do I go? Seriously, where do I go? Oh! Ah, that was cool. This is pretty neat. Is this like a shortcut? That's pretty neat. If that's a shortcut, that's really clever. Alright.
Reynardo's arm was getting tired. The core was no longer eating at him, but he still felt weak. His stamina was shot.
But he had the oculum. When the ravens swarmed him, it would sometimes fire its death ray. It seemed to be warming up too, firing more and more often.
Maybe he should let it cool off. He decided to stop using it entirely.
Wait, has he been firing it? Oh, ah! Has he been firing it this whole time? There's a lot of activity happening on the screen! I am really enjoying the dash attack. It's quite useful. Oh! Oh! Whoa! That was close. Go down! Die! 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 Speed! Super speed! You can't stop me!
Reynardo felt ready to take on new powers.
Sword, it's a key, running out of pockets. I got 2 achievements at once. That's how pro I am. I don't know why I winked. Don't, never mind. Don't take anything from that. Or whatever. Oh, oh, ah! Okay. No! I see ya. Give me that. Oh, I see ya. Oh! Nice. Ow! Nice try. There we go. Oh, I saw that guy clean in half. Clean in half. Why are you still running? Stop running. Why did I do... Oh, get out of the way! Okay. Heal up. Okay, I should be good now. Right? Okay, go now. And now. Almost there.
Don't look down, he told himself. Don't look down.
You never tell yourself not to look down. That just makes you look down because it makes you think about looking down. As us stupid humans, or in your case, stupid animals, you can't resist the urge to look down when somebody tells you to look down, because that's just how we're built. Or maybe animals are different. But clearly not. They certainly act very similar. At least these sentient animals do. Oh! Good. Die. Die. Come back here! I was killing you! There we go. I want to kill that guy. Okay. Die and die. There we go. That was fun. Okay. Over here, we got 3 boxes. Break. Blow. Camera! Oh. That's the first time I've actually seen him.
The oculum was still hot to the touch. He almost thought it was getting even hotter.
Oh boy.
That was ridiculous, of course. Anyway,
He'd only to fire it one more time, and then he could chuck the whole contraption into the abyss. And the Emperor's ship was now in range. Reynardo squinted. He could make out the line of ravens protecting the ship. Zenobia in front, conjuring. And on the deck, yes, that was His Imperial Majesty, pacing in his golden armor. Reynardo lined up his shot and fired. Caught in the beam, the ship burst into flames. The ravens and Zenobia exploded. The Emperor, too, exploded. Reynardo waited for the beam to stop, but it only got brighter, and the oculum hotter.
It's gonna
Frantic,
cause a nuke, isn't
Reynardo
it?
pulled the oculum towards the abyss. The ruby burst into flames. The shiny metal casing glowed, then melted. That was good. Now the core could cool off, right? Reynardo ran. The blast incinerated him instantly, along with both fleets. The shockwave could be felt across all Erda. That winter, with neither Empire nor rebels to rule them, the islands slid into banditry. And so began the Second Age of Darkness.
Nothing ever goes right!
And he
That's kind
hadn't
of the
learned
point of the
anything
game.
new this time. He'd done the same thing twice, yet expected a different outcome.
Story 18, The Fox Whose Knees Hurt. Interesting. The Truth Finder will help you find the paths that lead to truths you have not found yet. Look for this icon when making choices in the book. This option can be toggled in the gameplay options menu. Cool. So, I kind of got lucky that I found 3 out of 4 truths on my first 3 runs. This is the first one where I didn't find a truth. But that was interesting. But yeah, I do ultimately want to try and find all 24 endings, but that was interesting. So we tried the Skyripper again, but it just ended poorly in a different way. Instead of creating a wormhole, now it just created a nuclear explosion. It sounded like an even bigger than a nuke. Like, it said the shockwave was felt across all of Erda. I don't know if Erda is like the planet or like this region. I don't know. I thought the region was Boreas. I mean, that is definitely the region, but Erda might be like the whole continent or maybe the world. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So yeah, that was, the previous one we did was No Pain, No Gain, and now we did The Fox Whose Knees Hurt. Yeah, that's the ballad that he was complaining about. We still have many more stories to go through. I'll try and, speed this up. But, until then, thank you all so much for tuning into #idiots, Riderborne, and, yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thank you again. Until we meet again in the next video, farewell.
There would be a way to win.
Oh.
Reynardo could feel it. He'd have to explore choices he'd never made before he could figure it all out, though. And with that, the book's pages fluttered to the beginning once again. And he fell. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose.